welcome to the HCA Awards. My name is Chris James, and I am a critic and writer at the Film Experience and Awards Radar, and I'm here to present the award for Best Documentary Feature. In 2020, while we were all trapped in our homes, these incredible documentaries gave us a window into the broader world and the problems that face it. Here are the nominees. All In, The Fight for Democracy.
To voter suppression. We decided to go after everyone who could vote.
Boys State.
Shall not be infringed.
I've never seen so many white people ever. I feel like everybody has a secret underlying need for bipartisanship.
Class Action Park.
And it looked like it was something out of like a Bugs Bunny or a Roadrunner cartoon where they just made a loop and said, yeah, there's our ride.
He's my dad.
Dick Johnson Is Dead.
Why could you start walking to me? That's fantastic.
I suggested we make a movie about him dying. He said yes.
Time.
They can't treat human life this way. Success is the best revenge. Just hang in there, because when you get them home, they gonna pay, they gonna pay, they gonna pay.
And the winner for the HCA Award for Best Documentary Feature is... It's a tie. Our first winner is All In, The Fight for Democracy. Director Lisa Cortez and Liz Garbus.
Hello, I'm Lisa Cortez, one of the directors of All In, The Fight for Democracy. On behalf of my collaborators, Liz Garbus and Stacey Abrams, I am so grateful to accept the award for Best Documentary from the Hollywood Critics Association. As we've seen over the last election, voter suppression is ever so present today. And this topic is still crucial to maintaining our democracy. We are honored to have the film recognized, and we hope this continues to ignite the conversation around the importance of voters' rights. Thank you for being all in.
Our second winner is Class Action Park. Directors Seth Borges and Chris Charles Scott III. Congratulations to you all on your incredible work in documentary filmmaking this year.
Can you believe this, Chris?
Man, this is crazy. This is unbelievable.
So who do you want to thank? Who do you want to thank?
We have to thank our crew. I mean, these guys loaded up a van in Las Vegas and drove across country on pretty much the shortest notice ever for a feature documentary, not knowing what we were going to get into. So Chris Lyon, Chris Johnson, Rob Siska, you guys are the true champs here.
Mike Garber, the Holiday Brothers who did our music, David Bowie who wrote our closing credits song more than 50 years ago, not knowing that song was actually about Action Park.
Bowie. Thanks, bro.
Casey, Lizzie, Brett, and everybody else at HBO Max who believed in our movie and supported it. We couldn't ask for better partners. You guys rule. My unbelievable team, Liz, Hannah, Matt, Jared, my family, Elsa, the Hollywood Critics Association, the guy who watched our movie and sent us this homemade Action Park tabletop pinball machine. Unbelievable. Thank you.
The other nominees, I mean, you guys all make great, beautiful movies, and it's just so awesome to be even nominated with such great artists and such great creators. The Lawson family, who were kind enough to open up to us, that wasn't easy. They lost a kid at this park, and they trusted us with their story. Thank you, guys. The Hollywood Critics Association for recognizing diverse voices in the documentary space. We cannot thank you enough for that. To my family, who's been so supportive through this entire journey, thank you guys.
Yeah, listen, this award really does mean a lot to us. In one sense, this movie began a couple of years ago over a drink with my friend here, Chris, when we decided then and there we were just going to make this movie ourselves. But in another sense, it began 30 years ago when a young Seth's parents took him to an insane amusement park in New Jersey. It took me decades to even believe my own memories, that it was all real. And it was that sense of disbelief that drove me to investigate and tell this story. But in doing so, I think we found something else, an emotion, a feeling that I think defines kids of the 80s and the oft-ignored Generation X. This idea that you can be grateful for and look back fondly at incredible and insane and even apocalyptic experiences you might have had, and simultaneously be horrified and even traumatized by the fact that you lived through them. It's a messy feeling, but it's a real one. Action Park was a playground of the id, and I think its story struck a nerve because it lays bare the contradictory parts of ourselves that don't really make sense. This fact that we as humans are drawn to danger and often act against our own self-interest. Action Park is a manifestation of the constant struggle between freedom and fun on one hand and common sense and safety on the other, and that's a struggle that has never been more real than it is today. And above all else, this movie is for the 80s kids who grew up going to Action Park or their own version of Action Park, be it an old quarry or tunnels or an abandoned mental hospital or an ill-advised BMX ramp. Or Chris, what did you do?
In East Texas, it was the haunted railroad track.
There you go. This is for an entire generation that tried to die for fun and is lucky enough to still be here. Thank you for the people of Vernon who embraced us and everybody who was so kind as to share their memories in their home movies. You opened up your arms and the boxes in your attics and basements for us and trusted us with your stories, and we hope we did them justice.
Well said. Thank you, Association. Thank you.
And thank you, Chris.